Money doesn't buy you happiness, but it buys you a big enough yacht to sail right up to it. When I see someone who just follows their dream and succeeds, and just does basically what they want to do and doesn't have to answer to anyone, obviously not harming anyone, that's great. I'm having too much fun today to worry about tomorrow. I don't think anybody's necessarily ready for death. You can only hope that when it approaches, you feel like you've said what you wanted to say. Nobody wants to go out in mid-sentence. I just don't know if movies can ever be considered art, because there's so much money involved. It's all about commerce. I don't think art can come from that place. Things in life are not always as they seem. When you listen, for instance, to someone talking, there is another voice beneath his words. Even if you hear clearly what he is saying, the real truth is much deeper. I don't trust anyone who hasn't been self-destructive in some way, who hasn't gone through some sort of bout of self-loathing. You've got to bang yourself around a bit to know yourself. Love as long as you live. The thing is, even if you're playing sort of a heightened character and playing inside sort of a heightened reality, you can still apply your own truths to those characters. Everything is just very, very blurry. I've never had proper vision. I am doing things that are true to me. The only thing I have a problem with is being labeled. As a teenager, I was so insecure. I was the type of guy that never fitted in because he never dared to choose. I was convinced I had absolutely no talent at all. For nothing. And that thought took away all my ambition too. You use your money to buy privacy because during most of your life you aren't allowed to be normal. Simplicity, that's what I want. It's been a rare commodity for me for a number of years, but I enjoy being able to hang out with my girl, read the newspaper, and sit back and start to read a book by someone I admire. I've never felt particularly ambitious or driven, that's for sure, although I like to create stuff, whether it's a little doodle, a drawing, a small painting or a movie or a piece of music, so I suppose I'm driven by that. I think, as an actor, it is good to feel the fear of failing miserably. I think you should take that risk. Fear is a necessary ingredient in everything I do. I'm just an actor, and if I can leave something behind that my kids will be proud of, then that's what I want. I don't want my kids to be embarrassed by anything I've done. If someone is being bullied or feels like an outsider, and they relate to something that I've done, even if it's just igniting a spark, that's great. I had that feeling as a kid. I was messed with no end. The problem is not the problem. The problem is your attitude about the problem. If you choose to lock your heart away, you'll lose it for certain. I think, as an actor, it is good to feel the fear of failing miserably. I think you should take that risk. Fear is a necessary ingredient in everything I do. They say the world used to be bigger. The world's still the same, there's just less in it. I like the challenge of trying different things and wondering whether it's going to work or whether I'm going to fall flat on my face. There are 4 questions of value in life. What is sacred? Of what is the spirit made? What is worth living for? And what is worth dying for? The answer to each is the same. Only love. There's a drive in me that won't allow me to do certain things that are easy. You gotta be careful, don't say a word to nobody about nothing anytime ever. My sickness is that I am fascinated by human behavior, by what's underneath the surface, by the words inside the people. I found evil in myself a long time ago, and I've accepted it. We're old friends. My body is my journal and my tattoos are my story. I just try to stay in a constant state of confusion just because of the expression it leaves on my face. Now, bring me that horizon. People cry, not because they are weak. It is because they have been strong for too long. We're all damaged in our own way. Nobody's perfect. I think we're all somewhat screwy. Every single one of us. You can close your eyes to the things you don't want to see, but you can't close your heart to the things you don't want to feel. If you love 2 people at the same time, choose the second one because if you really love the first, you wouldn't have fallen for the second. Me, I'm dishonest, and you can always trust a dishonest man to be dishonest. Honestly, it's the honest ones you have to watch out for. I think the thing to do is enjoy the ride while you're on it. Not all treasure is silver and gold, mate. I think everybody's weird. We should celebrate our individuality and not be embarrassed or ashamed of it.